What is up? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day. Back here with some more Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And with the Tokyo Game Show showing a new trailer and having some new footage and information about Metal Gear Solid 3's remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta, I figured I'd give my impressions on what I feel about this. Now, if you don't already know, only behind the OG Resident Evil 4, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is my second favorite video game of all time. So I hold this game in a lot of big light. You know, I hold this game very highly regard. So obviously I want them to do a really solid job on the remake. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, man, does this thing look good. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing. In some ways, I feel like I'm playing a completely... Well, I guess I can't say playing, but I'm watching a completely different game. Yes, it's the same stuff, but it's like they just absolutely enhance everything that you could possibly think. Obviously, visually, but not just, visually, the sound effects, the character models, the movement, and obviously having the two different ways to play. There's a lot to like. It's giving me that Tomb Raider vibes from the game earlier this year where you had to, you can have the classic controls or the modern controls. I like the option of having either one, so I'm curious how the more modern control is going to work for Metal Gear Solid 3. But obviously all the different maneuvers, I've seen the whole sliding in the mud and different takedowns and just so many good things. And as I said, it just seems like to me that they really wanted to nail this. And Konami, I'll put it to you this way. Konami hasn't been thought of in a high regard in a long time. And if they pull off this game, which looks like they most likely are, because it looks absolutely amazing. If they pull this off on top of, which comes out in about a week from today, Silent Hill 2 remake, that will definitely be a huge boost in confidence to a lot of people, fans, because that would go a long way. So I wish them the best of luck in that. But with the Tokyo Game Show, showing off a new trailer, they obviously showed off a lot of, as I said earlier, new models. And it's always important that you nail the look of the characters really well, because in today's world, if you don't get the characters done right, then, some people like to lose their minds sometimes, but they look amazing. And, obviously we can always compare how they looked in, 2004 compared to how they look now. And they obviously went with the whole super ultra realistic, but they look dead on. Like, I was looking at the scars of Volgan's face, and it looks just absolutely amazing. And I'm just like, man, like, it's about 2 decades ago, but man, we've seen how far technology has gone. But as I said, it's not just the looks. It feels like it's respectful, but also doing its own thing as well, which I do like as well. Ocelot looks amazing. Obviously, we've seen Snake a lot. But there was one that I know a lot of people definitely wanted to see, because they wanted to see, because we hadn't seen her yet, and people always make a big deal of that. So everyone was wondering, well, how was Eva going to look?
The name's Eva.
Yeah, we know Snake has a dirty mind, but no, Eva looks awesome. Eva looks amazing, and another person who looks cool and dope as hell is the Boss, because obviously I'm a huge Boss fan, so it's always cool that you nail her. I still hold out hope that one day we might get a game where it shows the Boss and how she became ultimately the Boss, but that's just a kind of a pipe dream for me. But nonetheless, the looks of all the characters, Paramedic, Major Zero, Sigget, they look dead on. Like, they just look absolutely, there's no complaints out of me. There's nothing. The game looks amazing. It sounds amazing. It's adding a lot more new controls, more complex things, more stealth maneuvers. The level of detail and attention to so many things is absolutely amazing. Having 2 different ways to play it. We'll see which one I prefer when I'm done through both of them. From someone who absolutely loves this game, the original one, I couldn't be happier to see what they're doing. As I said, if Konami can pull this off, that'll go really far. I'm not saying they'll necessarily bring in new Metal Gear games. I know it's still going to be kind of hard to do that without Kojima, but who knows? Who knows? It'll be a step in the right direction. And it's looking like, hey, I'm going to have my top 2 favorite video games of all time have successful remakes. Obviously, Resident Evil 4 with its remake, and this with its remake whenever it comes out. And to me, that's probably the only thing. Well, I guess there's 2 things I can say overall that I say are kind of negatives for me personally. One, I think we all can agree is they didn't give a release date for this. I think that's the only thing that a lot of people were wondering. It doesn't look like it's going to come out this year. So it looks like 2025 is going to be it. And that's just me guessing. Who knows? They could just surprise us. Hey, it's coming out in the November or December or something like that. But I highly doubt it. But you never know. You never know. But my point being is that's probably one of the few things that I had a problem with. They didn't have a release date. The other thing, and I remember when they were saying this originally, I was asking myself, okay, is this really a remake? Is that obviously they're going to use the original lines. They're not going to record new lines. They're going to use the original lines that are in the original Metal Gear Solid 3, which is fine. It has an excellent cast. But my only problem with that is that it doesn't seem like there's going to be anything added additionally outside of that. So there isn't like new lines being recorded, any additional scenes or something like that. It's just going to be straight up exactly like the original then, because you would need new lines to be voiced for something like that. But another thing I noticed is that because they have the using the old lines and using it with these realistic different models, or not like the models in MGS3, sometimes it makes the lip syncing a little bit weird at times. It's not a big deal for me, but it is something I notice a little bit, but definitely not something I'm going to really care too much about. It is what it is. But I wish there was like they brought back some of the old cast to record some different lines and have some other scenes. That's been probably the only thing that I could say, honestly, that I'm not the, craziest fan of, but it's definitely not something that's a deal breaker or something that's going to hinder me. This is more of a personal preference of mine. But overall, I'm stoked. I can't wait for this. And one thing I am curious about, though, are they going to bring the online mode from Metal Gear Solid? I don't think it was in Snake Eater, it was in Subsistence. Are they going to bring that in? Are they going to bring that online mode and really do it even better? I never had a chance to play that because I didn't have online back in 2004. I also hope they bring back those funny little parody videos in that same edition, because man, those things are so stupid, but they're funny. I even called one of them Metal Gear Stupid, but Kojima's unique sense of humor there. But nonetheless, that is my opinion. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Are you excited for Metal Gear Solid Delta? Do you think it looks absolutely amazing? Do you think the character models are dead on? Are you just ready to play it and just want them to release a release date? Let me know down in the comment section down below. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully I can see you guys back in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.